I'm watching Megamind. Starring Buddy the Elf and directed by Skipper the Penguin. No, seriously, look it up. Megamind is not your typical run-of-the-mill superhero movie. It's more of a villain movie about a hero from villain to hero who doesn't like one hero, so he kill hero to make another. Fuck it, I'm starting again. We open up to a broken home. Literally. And where Megamind is being Supermaned away. Not that he is Superman, of course. No. He's blue da bee da do bye. Now, the real Superman of the story is this little nigga named Mr. Goody Two-Shoes, who, by the way, for someone of that name, was such a fuckboy. I mean, seriously, like, look at this face. Look at this stance that he makes. Like, that is fuckboy material right there. The only thing that would make him more of a fuckboy is a fade cut and being ginger. I'm sorry, guys, but you know it's true. Anyway, we're getting off track here. See, Megamind started off on Earth, in a prison, which I just want to say, the fact that a random baby just appeared in prison and no one ever once questioned why the baby is in prison, it's kind of sad. I think the warden just really hated children. And even then, I'm surprised the government didn't try to, take him away to Area 51. Hell, I'm surprised they didn't try to give Metro Man shit for that. Or, even tried to weaponize him or some shit like that. So, Megamind was eventually allowed to go to school because of good behavior, even though there was no true reason for him to be there in the first place. Because, he just randomly appeared there one day. It's probably because he wasn't white. Racism. He's bluest. Bluest? Or would it still be racist? I don't know. Anyway, so he goes to school. And lo and behold, Mr. Goody No Bitches was at that school as well. And how did he land with such a rich-ass family, but still go to such a run-down schoolhouse? And you can't even say of how, the time period it took place. It's like, oh, every kid went to a school like that. No, the fuck it didn't. I mean, it took place no earlier than the 90s. But even then, I doubt it took place in that time era. So it's like, Metro Man should have at least gone to a private school. Just saying. That's just me. It's just, something doesn't add up. So Megamind keeps getting bullied, probably because he was a weird color, despite doing the right thing. So eventually, he decides to say fuck it and become the thing that the other kids treated him as. He became the bad guy. So, flash forward, we see the whole ass city basically sucking Metro Man's dick, even though the only thing he does is save one bitch from the same dude, day in, day out. And the fact that he was as powerful as he was and only protected one city was kind of stupid as fuck. He even named himself after the city, which I guess that could be justified as how, oh, that's where he grew up. But he didn't even grow up in Metro City. He just found a random city, and as far as we know, he doesn't have a job. So it's like, he really has nothing special to that city, other than the fact that he's named after it, and they suck his dick. Metaphorically speaking, of course. Because this is a kid's movie, and let's be honest, that'd be kind of weird. So, on this deemed Metro Man Day, Megamind breaks out of prison and crashes the party, kidnaps Roxanne, and manages to even kill Metro Man. Or so he thought. He ends up going rampant through the streets and kind of owns the place, to be honest. But, he starts fucking shit up in the process and destroying shit. But, he was just having a good time. I mean, can you really blame the guy? He had the entire city to himself. Come on. Eventually, he does get bored of this, and after getting close to Roxanne by disguising himself as another person named Bernard, he decides to make a new hero. Sadly, like all of his plans, this one backfires, and it goes into Jonah Hill. And after going through really bad and horrible training, Jonah Hill decides to hit on Roxanne, gets rejected because he was too extreme, and then decides to become a bad guy. Well, Megamind ends up finding out, and he attempts to teach Titan a lesson. Not that it ended well, of course. Roxanne and Megamind eventually decide to travel to go find a weakness of Titan, and they run into Metro Man, who apparently faked his death and decided to retire and become a shitty musician.
Music Man was born.
Music Man?
That way I could keep my logo. 'Cause of
Come
what?
again?
I was finally free to get in touch with my true power. Weaving lyrical magic. Check this out. I have eyes that can see right through lead.
You're horrible.
Yikes, that music is awful. So eventually, at the end of the movie, Megamind says fuck it, takes things into his own hands, again, and he actually saves the day. Gets the girl, gets the city's approval, and, well, there was never any follow-up story whatsoever, and I refuse to believe that there was. So anyway, that was Megamind. Honestly, really nostalgic, really great movie. And in terms of storyline, some things don't really add up, but overall, I feel like it was a really great movie. So overall, I would give this movie a solid 9 out of 10. That's right, suck my dick.